Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Jason, your host, and with me today is my amazing co-host, Julia.
Hey Jason, hey everyone. We're so excited to have you here with us today. If you're someone who struggles with thinking in English, then this episode is just for you.
That's right. Have you ever found yourself translating every word in your head before speaking? It slows you down, right?
Exactly. Many English learners face this problem. They think in their native language first, then try to translate into English, and by the time they're ready to speak, the moment has passed.
But don't worry. In today's episode, we're going to show you how to train your brain to think directly in English, just like a native speaker.
And trust me, once you start thinking in English, everything becomes easier. Speaking, listening, even writing.
So, if you've ever wondered how to stop translating and start thinking in English naturally, stay with us because we've got some powerful techniques to share.
Let's dive in.
All right, Julia. Let's start with the big question. Why is thinking in English so important for learners?
Great question, Jason. The truth is, if you always think in your native language first and then translate, you'll never be able to speak fluently.
Exactly. It creates a delay, right? Your brain is working twice as hard. First, it forms a sentence in your native language. Then, it tries to find the right English words.
And sometimes the translation doesn't even make sense.
Oh, absolutely. Like if someone translates "I am cold" word for word from another language, they might say, "I have cold," which sounds unnatural in English.
Right. And that's why thinking in English helps so much. It trains your brain to form sentences the way native speakers do, without getting stuck on translation.
And let's talk about confidence. When you start thinking in English, you feel more confident because words come to you faster.
Yes. No more pausing for long seconds to translate in your head. You'll respond naturally and smoothly.
Another big reason? It improves your listening skills. If you think in English, your brain processes English conversations faster, so you understand people better.
That's so true. And not just in conversations. Even when you're watching movies or listening to music, you start recognizing words instantly instead of translating everything.
And Julia, let's not forget that thinking in English also helps with pronunciation.
Good point. Because when you think in English, you start hearing the sounds in your head the way native speakers say them, which helps with speaking clearly.
So, just to summarize, thinking in English helps you speak faster, boosts your confidence, improves your listening skills, and even makes your pronunciation better.
And now you might be wondering, okay, I get why it's important, but how do I actually train my brain to think in English?
Don't worry. We're going to break it down step by step. But before that, let's talk about some common mistakes that stop people from thinking in English. Now that we understand why thinking in English is so important, let's talk about something that holds people back. Common mistakes that stop learners from training their brain to think in English.
Yes, many learners don't even realize they're making these mistakes. But once you fix them, you'll notice a big improvement in your fluency.
All right. Mistake number 1. The biggest one, relying too much on translation. If you always translate in your head before speaking, your brain never gets used to thinking in English directly.
Exactly. It's like riding a bike with training wheels forever. You need to trust your brain to form sentences naturally instead of always looking for the right translation.
And Julia, another common mistake, focusing too much on grammar while thinking. A lot of learners try to make every sentence perfect in their mind before speaking, but that actually slows them down.
Oh, yes, grammar is important, but if you keep stopping to check every little rule, you'll never speak naturally. Native speakers don't think about grammar rules while talking.
Exactly! They just speak. And guess what? Even native speakers make grammar mistakes sometimes.
That's so true. Okay, mistake number 3, fear of making mistakes. Some people are so afraid of saying something wrong that they stop themselves from thinking or speaking in English at all.
Right? But making mistakes is how we learn. The more you practice thinking in English, the better you'll get. Don't be afraid to sound imperfect. Fluency comes with practice, not perfection.
Absolutely. And another mistake that blocks thinking in English? Not surrounding yourself with English. If your daily life is full of your native language, your brain will naturally default to that language instead of English.
Great point. If you only use English in a classroom or for studying, but not in daily life, your brain won't switch to English naturally.
And that's why immersion is so important. Things like listening to English music, watching English videos, and reading in English.
Exactly. Okay, let's quickly recap. The biggest mistakes that stop you from thinking in English are 1. Relying too much on translation. 2. Overthinking grammar while forming sentences. 3. Fear of making mistakes. 4. Not surrounding yourself with enough English.
If you're making any of these mistakes, don't worry. The good news is we're going to show you how to fix them.
Yes! Up next, we'll share some powerful step-by-step strategies to help you start thinking in English naturally. All right, Julia. Now it's time for the most important part. How can learners actually train their brain to think in English?
Yes, we're going to break it down into simple, powerful steps that anyone can follow.
Perfect. Let's start with step 1. Name things around you in English.
I love this one. It's such an easy habit to build. Just look around you and say the names of objects in English. For example, if you're in your room, think bed, window, lamp, phone.
Exactly. And to take it further, you can describe what's happening. Like, instead of just thinking cup, you can think, I am drinking coffee from my cup.
Yes, this helps your brain connect everyday life with English, making it more natural over time.
All right. Step 2. Talk to yourself in English. It might feel strange at first, but it's one of the best ways to start thinking in English.
Yes, you can do this anywhere, when you're cooking, getting dressed, or walking outside. Just describe what you're doing in simple English, like, I'm putting on my shoes. It's a sunny day.
And the great thing is, there's no pressure, because you're just talking to yourself.
Exactly. And if you're worried about making mistakes, don't be. No one is listening. It's just you training your brain to use English naturally.
Great! Now, step 3. Use an English-to-English dictionary.
Oh, this is a game changer. Many learners still use dictionaries that translate words into their native language. But switching to an English-to-English dictionary helps you think in English instead of translating.
Right. For example, if you don't know the word excited, instead of translating it to your native language, look it up in an English dictionary where it says, feeling very happy and eager. That way, your brain connects words in English, not another language.
Exactly. And it improves your vocabulary naturally.
All right. Next step 4, think in simple sentences first.
Yes, many learners try to think in complex sentences too soon, and that makes them feel stuck. Instead, start with short, simple thoughts.
Like instead of thinking, I should go to the store because I need to buy some vegetables for dinner, just start with, I need vegetables.
Yes. Once you get comfortable, your sentences will naturally get longer over time.
All right. Let's move on to step 5. Have an English inner voice.
Oh, I love this one. Instead of thinking in your native language, try to have a little conversation in English in your head. For example, if you're planning your day, think, what should I do first? Maybe I'll start with breakfast.
Yes. This is like turning your thoughts into an English dialogue. It's one of the fastest ways to start thinking in English without effort. That's a great habit. And finally, step 6. Surround yourself with English.
Yes. The more you expose yourself to English, the more natural it becomes. Listen to English podcasts, watch English videos, and read books or articles in English.